In an image-obsessed world, I'm just like you. Every day, I want to look the best I can look. However, just like 1 in 100 people on the planet, I have been diagnosed with vitiligo. This is a skin disease which causes skin to lose its pigment, damaging many people's self-esteem. My name's Ashley, and I will be challenging perceptions by exploring the facts behind vitiligo and what it is like to live with the condition. So tonight I'm going on a night out. Normally for everyday life I wouldn't wear makeup because I can cover up with clothes, but after getting a few nasty comments recently on a night out about my spots, I've made the decision to cover them up. So the problems with some types of makeup is that it doesn't completely cover up the problem. It's because it's not specifically for vitiligo. The problem is sometimes you have to try more than one shade and it can come off in the shower, so some people who use certain products would maybe have to apply this every single morning. To try and understand my situation better and learn more about the condition, I've come to meet Dr. Gillian Hesketh, a general practitioner who has the condition herself. So how would you diagnose someone with vitiligo?
It's what we call a clinical diagnosis, so it's really on the pattern of the symptoms and signs that we can see. But we'd always sort of take a history and ask about when it first started, what you noticed, whereabouts it is on your body. It has got a typical appearance. If you look at the patches, they often start small, and they've got a little bitten out edge to them. And it just slowly sort of spreads.
Well, I actually wondered how you would diagnose someone, because for me, my GP couldn't diagnose me.
I haven't actually diagnosed many people with vitiligo. It's not something I see very often. I've probably only sent one person to the dermatology clinic in the last sort of 10 years. I just put some pictures that I got down on one of the dermatology sites, just showing what the vitiligo was like before and during treatment. It's mostly with the steroid creams, but this this lady's got a patch by her ear, so that's before treatment. And then it just gradually shows you, say, this is with tacrolimus, which is one of these immune modulating ointments. So it's not that one's not the steroid, but you can see by 4 months it's actually resolved.
Because you have it, has it affected your confidence in any way at all?
It's not it isn't a problem to me. Just like if somebody had a birthmark or something, something like that. It's just a variation, really. It's just a sort of variation of normal. I think if I had dark skin, if I was from an Asian or an African background, and I did do when I was a medical student, I did an elective in Sri Lanka, and there were women, there were people there that had it, and it isolated them from their communities, marriage prospects, all this sort of thing.
Thank you for letting me come to see you today. It's been really helpful for me to just understand more about what I have and how people deal with it, and that I'm not the only person who goes through this. And it's been helpful to actually meet you, because I don't know anyone else with the condition. So thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure.
I have travelled to Northampton today to meet Polly, who has changed many people's outlooks on vitiligo and given them hope with the invention of her product, Vitiligo. So when were you diagnosed with vitiligo?
I was diagnosed with vitiligo when I was in my mid-20s. When I was first diagnosed, it didn't really affect me straight away, because I didn't really understand what the condition was or how it was going to spread or develop. So I only had a very small patch, and so it didn't really bother me. And I didn't really take it that seriously to begin with.
Did you have to adapt your lifestyle in any way to suit the medical condition?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I first got vitiligo, I kind of carried on as normal and just sort of, you know, wore things that, you know, covered the odd patch. But obviously, as the condition sort of spread, the patches spread and the condition got worse, I realised I did have to make some lifestyle changes.
I know that you were married. Did it affect your relationship in any way?
I felt it did. My ex-husband would probably say otherwise. I think towards the end of my marriage, I really was becoming really self-conscious about my skin. Even in front of him, you know, I felt uncomfortable. I spent a lot of time, you know, hiding my skin away under lots of clothes and lots of fake tans or creams. It kind of affected where we could go on holiday, what we did. So, yeah, I personally think it did.
So I've been prescribed with steroid cream.
Right, okay.
Which I haven't tried yet.
Right.
Have you tried a steroid cream?
I did years ago, and like I said, for me that didn't work, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it while your patches are smaller and more contained. You know, unfortunately now I've lost so much pigment that, you know, my only option probably is to keep trying to, you know, cover it with a sort of, you know, camouflage creams or sprays.
So when did you decide that you were going to make a product for vitiligo?
Back in 2012, I think I'd kind of reached my lowest point with the condition, where I was really struggling every day. I think, you know, I just wanted a product that, you know, was quick and easy to use every day, that didn't rub off on your clothes, that was quite water resistant, had an SPF in it, and was affordable. Since I've been on Dragon's Den, the response was just overwhelming. I mean, I was completely unprepared for receiving 2,000 emails in like 48 hours. I went from having 600 customers to 4,000 customers overnight. So it's been an amazing and positive response. And I think what surprised me was actually how many people like us are out there who have this condition and feel the same way, that they want to cover their patches, but they haven't really got a decent product to do it with.
When did you start working at Workbridge?
So I work full-time as well as running my own business, which is Vitiligo, here at St Andrews, which is a mental health charity hospital who work with people with mental health issues and who have brain injuries. Workbridge is part of the hospital. It's a great place. It's a place where patients, service users, people from the community can come in, you know, who've got a disability, who've suffered with mental health issues, who've got a brain injury, who can come and get some real work experience in a situation, you know, in a community-based situation.
Thank you for meeting me today. It's been really interesting for me to meet someone else with my condition. I can't wait to try your product. It sounds really exciting.
You're welcome. It's been really nice for me as well to meet someone else with the condition. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. This is the cream that I have been prescribed. It's a part steroid cream. It might thin my skin, but I've been reassured that trying it for 8 weeks will not hurt me. So I'm going to give it a go for that amount of time and see if I have any improvements on the size of my spots. Right, so now I've got the cream on my hand, I'm just gonna lightly just rub it on, because it mainly only is meant to help the newer spots that you have developed. That spot is where I had my biopsy done, because it was a relatively new spot and they wanted to check the development. Throughout this journey, it's actually been quite hard it's hard enough not only to admit your problems to people that you care about, so having people filming you admitting your problems is actually quite personal. I really hope that if anything comes out of this, It's that people learn about it and people aren't so judgmental by it, because it can affect someone's life in a very big way. And I hope that it helps people who have my condition realise that they're not alone and they have someone to talk to.